if awakening is awakening to your ultimate freedom, it's happiness, should it be permanent? There's a huge debate on this. If you had an awakening experience, you're awakened, period, or it just comes and goes. So you may wonder, if you had an awakening experience and you fell back to normal afterwards, you may wonder, did you have that? Was it delusional? But at the same time, there's something in you that knows, oh yeah, that was the real deal. You tasted real freedom, and you can't wait to live every moment from that. And you may feel very frustrated when you find yourself living back again in the old self, where you have all these negative emotions and your story and your problems. Sometimes that can be very frustrating. So hopefully in this video, I'm gonna help you understand wherever you are and what you have to do, at least some basic guidance. There are two levels, I would say. This is a simplification, but it is what it is. On the first level, you have people who have these awakening experiences, and they just completely reverted. And yeah, it was this enhanced sensory experience and all this very intense experience kind of thing. And then after that, yeah, something that you had a test, a glimpse of, yeah, that's that. But then you're just struggling to get there. First thing, that is normal. Don't worry. There's nothing wrong with that. That just means you need training. That just means there is still a lot of baggage. There's still a lot of habits in your mind that, although your mind was flexible enough at some point to be transparent, to be able to get you to see through your mind, it still go back and still covering your inner peace, because it is there always. But yeah, sometimes it's just a glimpse. And what I wanted to get out of that is a very positive perspective, which is that what you felt, that can be your moment by moment. If you had a soul and was sending you a message, that was the message with that experience. It's like, that can be your life. Not something you read in a book and you imagine. No, you had your experience. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be listening to this video if you didn't have that already. So if you lost it, don't worry. Just keep working on it. By working on it, I mean, spend time with it. Dedicate time in your day for whatever it is you feel inclined to explore. Spend time with it. How prioritary is in your life awakening? It's a good question. Do you rather be more successful with your job and you're dealing with many problems in your life, and awakening is like something you do on the weekends when you have time, that you watch YouTube videos and sometimes you meditate or follow an app that tells you how to meditate? Okay, then I would say, okay, then you need to get to the point where should you prioritize this or not? Is it something you really want or not? Because that's a very important question for you. Because if you realize that you actually want to live more from there, and realize that all the success in the world, all the problem fixing in the world is not going to make it, that only to live in that state of freedom that's the only thing that makes sense. If you got to that point, then prioritize that in your life. Prioritize your purifying of your mind and your senses and your attention, just to be able to tap more in there. And it's gonna seem like a long and tedious work, but it's gonna be worth it, my friend. So don't stop practicing, don't stop meditating. Do whatever you feel inclined to do, but do it because it's something important. It's something important for you to sleep, to eat. The question is this important for you? Because if it's really go on top, then you should put it in your calendar with that priority. And beyond that, then you have a second, again, generalization. People will be sometimes in between. The second case where someone has really cracked, maybe through a traumatic experience or maybe through a lot of years of meditation and practice and devotion, you just cracked layers. and it becomes more permanent. And yet there is negative emotions that keep popping up. In this case, I'm assuming this person is already pretty much there. If this is the case, then it's very important what I'm about to say right now. Because if you don't understand it, you go back into the vicious loop. I'm just going to tell you, there's some dynamics in your mind that come from your past. I'm going to explain it. I'm just going to take the way of explaining it like karma. So you had a certain karma. Your body has a karma. Your mind has a karma. Everything has a karma, meaning a momentum. And sometimes, so let's say someone has an awakening experience and it's cracking the whole thing. Of course, there's going to be a tension between this awakening and the momentum of what it was before. And what you need to learn to level up, it is, first thing, what you want is to be impeccable. From the moment of your awakening, that is the only thing that matters in your life. The only thing. Everything else falls into place if you are awakened. So hopefully that is clear for you. Because if you do that, then it could be technically said that you're not creating more karma. You're not creating more residual negative emotions, so to say, knots in your beliefs, you're not supporting the traumatic experience. You're not adding more problems into the basket, let's say. But that doesn't mean that you don't have problems in there. By problems, I mean just confusion that is like an illusion. So it's not a real problem, but yet it may feel to you in your moment by moment life. You may notice that you still you still experience negative emotions, but at the same time, you're aware that there is another possibility. So this is where you have to be more cautious, because many people, and this happened to me for years, if you, for example, start feeling bad because you're feeling bad, you feel guilty because you were up there and suddenly something triggered you and you just lost it. And then you feel there's something wrong with you because you lost it, so you must be doing something wrong, and then you have to try hard to go back into the balance. Well, that is guilt, my friend, because you realize that you are responsible for anything you experience, and yet there's a lot of experiences that you have that doesn't seem to be inside of your control. So that is a strong sense of guilt. So I hope this is releasing pressure from you if I tell you that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Don't judge yourself. Don't miss awakening. Don't miss, I used to feel so good and now I don't. There's nothing wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. The only thing left to do is to trust. The only thing left to do is to let that karma, again, using the analogy of karma, let that karma run out. And the story goes, if you have studied the life of people who have the enlightened people, the story goes that you find that even the most pure human still experience some kind of negative emotion at some point, or something happened in their life. And you may wonder, does that mean that they weren't really lucid in the dream, so they couldn't control it? Well, here's where the mess comes. No, they really knew. They were really established. It's just as you lean back into reorganizing your perspective and just start ignoring your mind, the whole thing start panicking, the whole system start calling your attention. And how does it call your attention? By making noise. What is that noise? These negative experiences. You see? So don't trust them. Don't take me as a truth. Don't get back into the idea there's anything wrong with you. Just rest and just let that run on its own. It will come in. For example, you may, on a regular way, in a regular pace, you feel content and happy. And then one day, something happened. something related maybe to other person or some bad news. I don't know. Something just goes off control. And then just notice that you have this suddenly this emotion in your body. And you're feeling, oh, what I'm feeling so bad. I used to feel so good, and now it feels so bad. What I'm doing wrong. Well, that is exactly the part of you that you want to observe. That's your job. You graduated in the awakening school, and you had covered a great terrain if you can sustain that state for most of the time. And yet, when these low moments come, there is an angle that you're missing. And that angle that you're missing is that part of you that is cooperating with that experience, that is feeling guilt, like, oh, I'm doing something wrong because now I'm not feeling so great. That's exactly how it catches you. So let it run off. Let that karma run off. It was there before you. There are a lot of things that happen in your life. There are a lot of choices you made before your awakening that you're going to have to let go. So they're going to come. Like Christmas ghost. We're close to Christmas. That's what it's coming to. It's just going to come for you. Be ready. All the fears, all the trauma, it's going to come. But if you're settled and you're doing your resting, you collected your life, your choices, your mind, your every decision, the way you treat people, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat. If you really, really stay in there, then when this thing come, just do the same. Just stay there and let this thing that you suddenly consider yourself that you need to fix, that you need to be responsible for, still observe that part of yourself. And in this way, my friend, you will find a way to break through a lot of feedback loops. You may have been having people go years and years. I've been years and years in this loop, like feeling great most of the time, and sometimes just came and it pushed you back into the hole, and you wonder what you're doing wrong, and you try hard, and then realize, okay, there's no working, or they just release over time. But you got trapped again in your mind. That's the main point. So don't give reality to your experience not feeling good. And I'm not saying, please, in the practical sense, if you don't feel good because you're sick, absolutely go to the doctor. I'm not saying deny what happens. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying don't take it. Respond to it in the best way you can. Situation. Imagine some relation goes off, your work goes off. Then just respond to it in the best possible way. Just don't create suffering from it. Don't make it a big deal. Don't resist the situation and think that shouldn't happen. Just let it happen. And very soon, in the beginning, you feel that you lost it, but the only way is to close your eyes and trust it. But very soon, you're going to find that you can pierce through that negative experience. Through it. And at that point, my friend, you graduated on the next level, which is now the momentum of your awakening, you want to call it. And you could say the momentum of your previous karma, or the momentum of fear and suffering and whatever you experience as a negative emotion. The moment of that is seriously, you just circle around it. Now it's just there. It cannot get you really. And it may not be ultimate and permanent. That's why most of our favorite spiritual teachers, they still experience from time to time. But if they are settled in their nature, it's just like hormones in your body. It's an experience. Yeah, my body feels like this, but the same hormones for fear are for excitement. In Christmas morning when the kid opens, it's the same chemistry. So someone who has stabilized in awakening would see that negative experience as simply something that happens in your body. And you may still feel creative to redefine it if you want it. But of course, the most elegant way to go about it and more stable one is just not. push it or pull it. Just observe. So yes, will you still experience negative emotions? Yes. But will you really? No. Meaning the promise of peace and love being your grounding state, what you experience at least most of the time, that promise is still on the table for you. So I hope you take the chance of realizing that and strategize your life. I'm going back to this simple, practical point. Strategize your life. You think this is important for you, prioritize it in your schedule. Give it time. Give it your energy. Give it your attention. Train. You may think, but I'm not supposed to do nothing. That's a misunderstanding. Your body and your mind do a lot of things when you let go, because you free yourself. And then you feel, for example, inspired to watch a video like this to the end, because you just sort of open yourself to it. So your body and your mind will do a lot of things. And I'm saying yes. When you go and look back in history, when people awaken, they didn't stop meditating. They probably meditated more, actually. But they didn't stop meditating. They keep doing that in the morning. They keep doing that in the evening, because they become even more sensitive to how beautiful it is. And their mind and their body express it like that. So meditation is a celebration. It is enjoy. It's something you look forward to, your body and your mind. As your body and your mind look forward for a good food, or spending good quality time with people you love. Your body and your mind looking forward to that will also look forward to the meditation, the letting go. Because if your mind is not looking forward to that, just saying, there is some software running in the back. So whatever kind of meditation you do, whatever kind of practice, give it priority. I hope you got value from this video. I hope you did. And I really mean every word I say. I'm not here just to have a controversial video and become an influencer on YouTube or something like that. I don't care about that. I care about real change, lasting real change in people. That's what I'm here for. So I take the responsibility of saying all these big words of lasting happiness and peace and nirvana and non-duality. Call it whatever you want. So I take the responsibility of pushing people in that direction, because the truth is that most people would experience with generic teachings like books or videos like this, they will experience a certain amount of a taste of it. But you just go back into the old patterns, because there are things, there are shadows in our life, things we don't notice that bring us back to certain patterns at work, relationships, money, health, your past, your future. There's certain specifics about yourself. So these teachings can be way more effective if they are done one-on-one. And that traditionally, when someone would be maybe in the position like yourself to realize this is the most important thing that you can do in your life, because there is no life that can be lived fully without that state of peace, that state of understanding. Nothing you could do would make any sense. When people would realize that, they would just reach out to a teacher. They would just move out of their village and they will look for someone who could teach them, someone who seemed to have to realize that, and they are living from there, and they will ask for help. Well, I've been meditating for more than 30 years. I have more than 15,000 hours of actually sitting to meditate. I work with world-class teachers one-on-one, and I want to extend this offering to you. So if you're ready to get real, what I'm offering you as a gesture of goodwill is a free call between you and me, no commitment. You just explain me what your case is, and I will try to give you something of value right away. And we will see if we are a match, and we may take a coaching together or not. That's okay. It doesn't matter to me. The important thing is I reach out and I'm taking responsibility to actually help you. I care more about helping one person than reaching out 1 million people on YouTube. So if you feel that that is you, that you're ready to get real and integrate non-duality, nirvana, heaven, lasting love, excitement, and peace in your life for real, if you know that's a real possibility for you and you're ready, then just go to my website, ricardcoach.com, and send me a message. Hey, I'm here. I think I'm ready. And we will have this free, no commitment introductory call where you explain me what is your situation. Now, hopefully we'll give you already something of value, and we'll check if there is need or if there is value in keep on working together, if we are a match. So just go for it. Don't think about it. I don't buy it. And yeah, you get what I mean, right? From heart to heart. I've been there. And I want you to really fully live what you know you can live. That what you deserve, what you can be experiencing in every moment. I hope you're ready. I hope you recognize that, and by this mean or any mean, take whatever action or non-action you need to free yourself.